Hey everyone, welcome back to Tori TV. I'm super excited to have y'all here for my second video here on my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to prepare for the GRE, which is the Graduate Records Examination, which is a test that most colleges need for you to take in order to even apply for grad school. We'll get right into that after I give y'all a quick little life update. Last week I was hired for Target and I start there in about 3 days. I'm super excited about that. I've been looking for a part-time job since I've been here. And now today I actually got hired. I'm with the Miami Heat as a Elevate brand ambassador, which is the job that I really wanted to have. So now I guess I have 2 jobs. We'll see how this goes throughout the semester as well. I'll let y'all know how this goes. It's going to be pretty exciting. I had 2 jobs when I was in Tallahassee too. Just as long as they're not super demanding, it should be fine. So yeah, I'm excited. So getting into the topic of the video, how to prepare for the GRE. So I just want to first of all say that I was super nervous about taking the GRE and I put it off until the last possible moment. I wanted to take it while I was in undergrad, but I was just always so consumed with my other work that it just never happened. So once I graduated, then I was working on, of course, getting a job. Then once I got the job, then I was like, I'm ready to go back to school. I didn't really start preparing for the GRE until after I actually registered for it, which I wouldn't advise you to do, but it worked out fine. I gave myself about a good month to really study. I registered in February and I took the test around the end of March. So yeah, like I said, about a good month to properly prepare. And like I said, I was working full time. So it was kind of hard for me to find time to really study, but I definitely figured it out. I mostly used my lunch breaks, which were an hour long, to study during the weekdays. And then I'd also study on the weekends. One thing that no one told me that I will gladly let y'all in on about the GRE is that it costs $200 to register, which, of course can be a big chunk of your money. So if you can take it while you're still in undergrad, then definitely do that, because I know that some schools do offer the waivers for the registration fee. FAMU is definitely one of them. I have some peers that did take advantage of the waiver that FAMU has to offer. So just check with your university and see if they have the waivers to offer to waive the $200 fee. So I ended up paying the fee. Like I said, I was actually blessed enough that at my job, we had just gotten bonuses. So I was super happy about my bonus. And then I found out how much this test was, which was the same amount as my bonus, which I took that as a blessing from God, of course. But I wasn't happy that I couldn't, spend my $200 however I want to. But this is how I wanted to spend it, of course. So like I said, I was definitely grateful to have been blessed with that $200 that I needed for this test. So now getting into some study tips that I have for you guys. I would recommend reading a really good book that has words in it that you don't know. I chose to do the ebooks on my phone, so I could use my phone or my iPad or whatever to actually read the book. So you can read those on the go, and then that can be a type of technique to help you study for the vocabulary section of the exam, because there's no real way to study the words that they're going to have on there, because they're just random. It's going to be random words on there. So if you practice using your context clues and everything, then that should definitely help. So that's why I would recommend reading a good book with words in it that you don't know, because that'll just help expand your vocabulary right there, while also having fun. Now I'm going to show y'all the book that I use to help me study for the GRE. This book right here helped me out so much. Is the GRE Premier 2017 It has practice tests, online, books, videos, and mobile. I would highly, highly, highly recommend this book to anyone that is trying to study for the GRE. It was only about $20 on Amazon. I would highly recommend this book because it tells you everything that you need to know about the test, like setup of the test as far as how much time you have for each section, and then it also has practice tests at the end of each chapter or section within the book, which is of course also super helpful. And this book also tells you how everything will be scored too. Like it literally tells you everything that you need to know about the test. There's nothing about the test that's not in this book. So order it. Order it from Amazon. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. It's not a waste of your money. It's not a waste of your time. Any of that. So while I was studying the different sections, I would go over the sections at least once or twice, and then I'd time myself working through the practice test. So that really helped, of course, on test day, so that I was already prepared to properly pace myself while I was taking the test. So that wasn't something that I had to really be worried about because I was already used to having a certain time frame to do the material. And that also helped me be able to figure out which parts I was better at in that section and which parts I also needed to work on. So I think that's a very great technique to use while you're studying. And also when you register for the GRE, you also get free practice exams. So I would definitely take advantage of those as well. I actually didn't have time to take advantage of those because like I said, I really waited until the last minute, but definitely take advantage of those if you can. So the official scores will be ready for you in about a little over a week after you take the test, and they'll be available online the same way they were when we took like the SAT or ACT when we were in high school. You can log in with your same information that you used to register for the exam to see your scores and see who all they went to. And I'm going to tell y'all something else about test day as well, as far as getting your scores sent over to your schools. You get the verbal reasoning and the quantitative scores on test day. I mean, they're not official, like you can write them down. I think they wrote them down on the sticky note for us. I can't exactly remember, but I had a sticky note with those two scores on the sticky note. So I did know what I made on those. So I think it was only the writing portion that I didn't know what I made on, of course, because that has to be graded separately. And something else, definitely try not to worry too much on test day because, anytime that you worry too much, then it just ends up clogging your brain and then you can't actually focus on what you do know. You're so focused on what you don't know. So definitely have confidence in yourself to know that you can take this test and get what you need to get into school. Because you've done undergrad, so of course you can do this too. So just, know that you can do it. And I'm also going to let y'all in on another tip that one of my proctors for the exam actually told us while we were there. So we were all, of course, stressed out and everything. And he told us that really if the school doesn't have a specific score that they want you to make on the GRE that they have posted on their website, if it just says that they want you to take the GRE, then you really don't have to worry about the score that you make on the GRE, if that makes sense. It's really a requirement to have taken the GRE, not a specific score. But I would definitely still, of course, do your best on it. Don't just go in there and bomb it because you're like, oh, well, the school doesn't care what I make. Don't do that. Just know that in the back of your head, like, okay, even though I've prepared the most that I could, that I can still get into the school that I want to get into without getting like the highest score on the test. So that should be a huge relief for everyone. I know it was for me, but like I said, I didn't find that out until actual test day. So I was stressed. All right, so now to some tips about actual test day. First of all, you want to make sure that you eat a good breakfast. Eat a good breakfast because the test is long. I think mine was about 5 hours. So yeah, that's a while to not eat a good breakfast. And it started at 9 o'clock in the morning. So you want to make sure that you bring a bottle of water and maybe a granola bar with you, just so you'll have something with you in case you get more hungry after the test has went on, because you will get breaks in between, which are great. Like I said earlier, do not try to stress yourself out on test day. Just try to relax and know that you already have this, or that you will finesse as much as you need to. You know, hey, got to get it done one way or the other. It's test day. Make sure that you have your game face on, pretty much. Just make sure that you're ready. Don't let the test defeat you. You defeat the test, okay? So also you want to bring a list of 4 schools and their GRE codes that you need to have them sent to, because you actually get to submit your scores on test day after you've taken the test to 4 schools. And you want to do that because, I mean, you have already paid for it essentially in the registration fee. I did send my scores to one additional school, which was about $30. So, like I said, please have your list ready, because that can save you a lot of money. Because I applied to 5 schools. So if I would have paid that $30 for each school just because I didn't have my list ready, then I would have wasted $150 just because I wasn't properly prepared on test day. So y'all, please have your schools ready, be confident in yourself, and just know that you're ready to take this test, okay? So that's all that I have for y'all today, and please let me know if y'all have any additional questions. Write them down in the comments section, and I will definitely respond back. And don't forget to tell your friends to like and subscribe to my channel. Bye, I'll see y'all next time.